Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. On the onset, let me thank the new chairman for Budget Appropriation Committee and also for his expose on this particular bill. Honorable Speaker, I decided to contribute to this bill because I come from Marsabit. I think we get an allocation of close to 9 billion. Maybe with other additional allocations, it could run to the tune of 11 billion. Today, the workers in the county government of Marsabit could run for 3 or 4 months without being paid. And I asked myself, what could be the problem? Is it about the allocation? Is it about the money arriving in those counties? Or people are diverting these resources? Honorable Speaker, when we look at this bill, I think the anchor is national interest. To have a prosperous, stable country that is able to govern itself and to run its own affairs. The absence of resources simply means that will be unattainable. When we look at things like debt burden, what could be exacerbating it? Because our debt, both internal and external, is not going low at any time. Is it because of seepage? Is it because of wastage? Or is it because of sheer mismanagement of our economy? Recently, there are Kenyans who are on the street, saying they are on the street because they are looking for employment. And yesterday, the doctors who are closing the gates of Parliament, demanding for more pay, additional pay, extra allowances, which if you look through it, I think they are among those workers who are underpaid, but they work long hours and they attend to emergencies. There are many things our doctors do, in even, not necessarily in Nairobi, but in far-flung places. So, unless we grow the tax base, then it is impossible to run this economy unless we borrow. The famous saying that when you are in a hole, don't dig. The more you dig, the more you sink. In this bill, the Treasury is saying, I am allocating this amount to the counties in shareable revenue. But the CRA is saying, no, you must give them additional. Are we running two governments in Kenya? Are we not running a holistic government that the left and the right understand each other? That they are able to understand, hey, we are not meeting our targets as the Treasury. We are not meeting our targets as the taxman. So that the guy who is allocating should not believe that it is the Constitution, it is a word that is written on a paper. When the chairman is saying that we are looking at financial year 2021-2022, and I think the leader of majority has addressed himself on that matter. I think as much as possible, although we cannot achieve 100%, we should attempt to give ourselves a timeline so that we should not be out of target by 2 years. Look at inflation. Look at the international money system. There are many things that will change in any country in the world in 2 years. let alone 4 or 5 years. So for that reason, we have to be fair to the counties, and we must be fair to ourselves as lawmakers and those who are allocating resources down the stream. Honorable Speaker, honorable colleagues have talked about Equalization Fund. Article 204 of our Constitution is very clear. It is to address inequality in this country. And it is to address only 4 major areas: electricity, water, roads, health. When Honorable Leader of Majority from Kilifi is given 2 million in his constituency, among these, what is it supposed to address? If I'm given in the constituency of Saku 20 million, what am I supposed to do in terms of meeting that threshold called equality? So for that reason, without buttressing what honorable colleagues have said before me, we must begin to relook at the Equalization Fund, because it has been diverted from the original thinking by framers of our Constitution. It is no longer about equalization. It is about penny pocketing. Give everybody something small so that everybody is happy. But those ones who in the first place the equalization was meant for them, they will still suffer and they will still lag behind. For those of us who come from arid and semi-arid lands, and also the pastoral communities from 15 counties, this equalization was meant to bring us to speed with the rest of Kenya, with the other 42 counties. We don't have enough schools, we don't have enough roads, we don't have enough health facilities. There are so many things that are still a burden to our people. But when you look at what is the current system of sharing equalization fund, somebody says, hey, give some to honorable member of Embakazi, because Embakazi has Mukuru kwa Njenga. Give some to Kibera, because there's Kibera slum. Give some to Muranga, because there's a pocket here where there's a slum. You know, Honorable Speaker, there's difference between planned, structured, and well-articulated marginalization and self-inflicted marginalization. In Nairobi, anybody who is talking about marginalization is talking about self-inflicted marginalization. Why would Mukuru kwa Njenga, that is next to estates, both to the east and to the south, of affluent people, why would we have a slum in our city? So, what I would advise the chair of budget, we need to cause a serious debate, particularly with those of us from the ASALs, so that we give our input and we tell you that, hey, this is really not helping us. Let this money remain in consolidated fund until and when we are able to agree on what is the way forward. Finally, the issue of pending bill. I am happy that the leader of majority talked about it. Honorable Speaker, what is going to kill devolution and counties is pending bills. Because people, I'm told, are paying air, and they are not paying those who actually do the real jobs. Many businesses are closing. People who borrow money from banks are actually being declared bankrupt. People are losing their lifetime savings. Somebody retires from civil service, they get a contract with the county, they put up a facility, and then they cannot be paid. When they go back to the bank says, okay, we are going to hold back what you have invested. This particular issue, just like Equalization Fund, it should not be treated as a walk in the park. We must take the bull by the horns and address it. With those remarks, Honorable Speaker, thank you for indulging me. I support.